Good evening, sir, and thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. To begin, could you share the Transport Department's key priorities for improving urban mobility and overall connectivity in Manipur?
At the outset, I am thankful to you and your team for giving me an opportunity to speak the people of Manipur. The most important point I would like to mention about the transport as such. If there is an efficient transport system in a state or a country, that indicates that the economy of the state is dynamic, it is progressive, and it is moving. So, keeping that in mind, since when I have been given the charge, it is almost more than a month, I have been looking at the transport system of the state. It needs to be developed, and all the three segments of a transport system, that is surface, air, and now it is waterways also, they should complement each other. Once it happens, then certainly the people of the state will have this facility properly, and the economy of the state will move. The surface transport here in the state, we all know what are the challenges. Even ISBT, interstate bus terminus, it is not functional. People have high expectation from the government, and the present government is committed for it. 6 departments are working together to operationalize it and to make it in such a way so that our buses, that is the buses of Manipur State Transport Corporation, should move from this place. And this we have taken as a task, and we are trying to complete it within a time-bound fashion. And we hope that within a month or so, our buses will start plying from ISBT Imphal in all directions of the state. So therefore, the bus service should be there, and the present government is committed to that. And that is why we are trying hard to provide the bus service and open all the routes as early as possible for the people. We will partner with the private bus owners. And the buses, all the buses, be it private or the government, should run in all the directions together. So this will be a kind of a good partnership between the public and private. And I think if it runs as we are looking at, certainly it will create a good example. The improvement in management of the Manipur State Transport Corporation, that is also essential, because this organization is existing for last many decades, but it needs reforms. Because to bring an efficient transport system, certainly we need to move with the time, technology. There are many things which need to change over a period of time. Perhaps that has not occurred. So therefore, there is a need for reforms in Manipur State Transport Corporation as well. And in civil aviation, we are trying to improve, our air services and helicopter services, which are under Udan scheme, RCS Udan, and all those. That also we are looking at. So there are many things which we need to do, and at present our main focus is on surface transport, and I think it will happen soon for the cause of the public.
As Imphal continues to expand and urban activities grows, Citizens are experiencing both opportunities and challenges when it comes to daily movement. In your view, what are the main challenges in building a reliable and efficient transport system that meets the city's growing needs?
The society has grown like this that people have to move from one place to another. And that is what I have said at the beginning, that the efficient transport system and each transport mode should complement each other. So the main challenge which I have noticed here, that the less number of buses, that is not there, and buses are not available on all routes. So people don't have the means of transportation to go for their daily jobs, or daily professions, to meet their requirement of the daily profession. So I discussed with the officials of the department that we need to look at the demand of a uh, mode of transportation at a particular location. Because once we know that, so we are trying to map that, all those things, and at what time they require. So on the basis of that, we have developed an action plan, and what should be the timing of the buses from a particular place to move. In that way, we are designing our movement of buses. Hopefully this kind of the timings or the action plan will meet the requirement of the general public, or the people who are engaged in such kind of professions where they have to move in the early morning and they have to go back in the evening. So that we are trying to look at that strata of the society who is requiring the buses most, at the most. So that is the. Then coming to city, in Imphal city. In Imphal city, again, many professionals are moving here and there. So city bus service. City bus service, yes, it should be there. Because at present, the government is not looking at, the kind of a mode that is kind of metro or other modern modes, I must say. So bus service, city bus service should be there to meet the requirement of the professionals who are supposed to move from one place to another within the periphery of the city, within the boundary of the city. At least Imphal should have these services, because Imphal has become a kind of a metropolitan area. So peoples are mostly in jobs, so they need to move, and everybody does not have motorcycle or car. So people are facing challenge in movement, and that is what I have mentioned, that the efficient transport system indicates the moving economy, and here the economy is appearing, it is stopped. Therefore, the state needs the efficient transport system to have a moving economy, and present government is committed to that. And that is why we are starting right from ISBT.
As you have mentioned, Transport Department also covers the air transport. So coming to air transport, Imphal plays a vital role as the gateway to the Northeast. How does the Transport Department view its role in strengthening air connectivity and supporting the ongoing development of Imphal Airport?
At present, Imphal Airport is, is an international airport. Moreover, it is being developed by the government further. It has international, it has been recognized as an international airport. Moreover, it has night landing facility also. The cargo services are also being developed, almost developed now, and it has to be made operational. The most important thing is, we need to have the airlines, more airlines. At present, we have this presence of Indigo and Air India Express, but the number of flights are less. Imphal needs to get connected to all metro cities, because our students are moving in all the metro cities for their studies, for jobs, many other things. And air, air services from Manipur is the only reliable, I must say, reliable mode of transportation when we have to go outside Manipur. Because we have only two, lifeline at present, which connect with the central India, that is Imphal, Senapati, and Dimapur, Guwahati road, or we are having from this Imphal, Jiribam, and Silchar. These are the two routes available. And many a times these routes get disrupted because of heavy rains or landslides, because these are the reasons. Mostly these are the reasons. So people are unable to move. So that is why I said that the air services are the most reliable, means of transportation when we have to go outside. So there is need of increasing the number of aircrafts by both the present airlines which are operating in Manipur, and we are taking up this matter with Ministry of Civil Aviation. We have already written to them to increase the number of flights. We are also trying to have one international airlines up to Bangkok, because our industries, they require it. So international airlines, both passenger services and cargo services, at least up to Bangkok. At present, we are unable to, means unable to get connected with Myanmar side because of obvious reasons. But with Bangkok, we are trying, and the industry associations have also demanded. So if we get this international services at least twice or thrice a week, I think it will help the state in getting connected with other countries for exports, for other services also, and we can get connected to even East Asia or Southeast Asia. And this also we have taken up with the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Now coming to within the state, the movement, our now aim is to have helicopter service in all the district. We want to reach to all the districts of Manipur from Imphal by helicopter. And another important point in case of civil aviation is having good heliports or helipads, because as we know that Manipur is having, it is having heavy rains about 6 months. So many times, whatever the constructions are there, they get damaged, or there are challenges of this region. So we are working on having good heliports.
There's also been a lot of public concern about rising airfare rates to and from Imphal. Could you share your perspective on what factors influence ticket pricing and whether there are any efforts underway to make air travel more affordable and accessible for citizens?
Yes, the government is very much concerned for the rising airfares, and we have already taken up matter with those airlines, with Ministry of Civil Aviation, and we have also taken up at the highest level in the state. The matter has been taken up at the highest level, and airlines have been clearly told that they should go as per the policy of the government, and they have to cap their airfares. They cannot charge higher airfares from the public. So it should not happen, and the airlines need to comply with the government directions, government guidelines, and we have taken up this matter very seriously with the Ministry of Civil Aviation and other, Government of India's institutions, which are, in this case, relevant.
Yes, sir. So now shifting gears a little, uh, there's growing interest in developing inland water transport, especially around Loktak Lake and nearby areas. Does the department see potential for introducing water-based transport as an alternative or complementary system?
Yes, in Manipur, of course, it is a hilly region or having about 10% area under valley, but we have 3 4 river systems where Inland Waterways Authority may do well, and it will help in supporting the economy of the state. Number one, I will come to Jiri Bam area, where we have Jiri River, which is a tributary of Barak. And Barak River gets connected with Bangladesh. So in Jiri River, we can have inland waterways system. And once we have this, we also will get connected to some ports of the Bangladesh, or we may also have access to West Bengal. So that is an important, river which needs to be developed for having the inland waterway system. Then we have Nambol River, that is another river which can have such kind of system for transportation or for the public also. They can also move on that on on those facilities between various districts, particularly in valley. The third area which I look at from tourism point of view, that is Loktak. There we can have facilities for the tourism purposes. We can have jetties, we can have such kind of boats or motor boats on which the transportation can also happen, and it can also be used for the tourism purpose.
Yes, sir. Finally, sir, looking ahead, how do you envision the that is the Imphal city, evolving in terms of accessibility, sustainability, and convenience for its people in the next decade?
Imphal is the capital, and when we see Imphal, it is central part of Manipur. All the districts, all the roads converge at Imphal. So Imphal is the most important area for any citizen of Manipur. And Imphal should be in position to serve the need, the transport need of every citizen. And Imphal should be in position to meet the requirement of every person, as I have mentioned. In Imphal, we also need to look at that every road which from where we exit from Imphal, it should have electric vehicle charging stations. Those points are also required, because now people, I have seen in Manipur also, they have started using electric vehicles. So that is another area which we have to work. And to remove the congestion or to reduce the congestion, we need to have multi-parking systems in the district, and for which we have already started work and identifying the land, so that the congestion on the major roads, at least, it can be reduced. I believe that the government or the Department of Transport will work in that direction, and we will go with a time-bound action plan for having such kind of facilities for the cause of the people, the common people, and the people who live in villages. And certainly, government is ready to reach out to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.